What do you guys do once you retire on a fixed income? What does that really look like? This is Dan. This is with Retirement Stories, and I want to talk to you guys today about what it's been like for me being retired since 2020 and some of the things that I did and had to change in my lifestyle because of a fixed income. Rather be just on Social Security, rather it be living on your savings, or a 401, when do you cash it in if you've not already started doing that? So these are some of the things that we need to think about once we retire, and are we ready for the changes after working 30, 40 years, and then all of a sudden it's all gone. And guys, I can tell you it is an adjustment. Now, with that said, if you stay busy, that will take care of a lot of the mental emotion that you're going through once you retire. Because a lot of people, they want to go out and buy things, they want to go out and do things that they normally wouldn't do. And I would never suggest that to you guys. I think that you should take time. There's my little cat back up here, that's Stitch. But take time, think about the decisions that you're making, and think about, would I make that decision when I was still working? So yeah, it's a total mindset change that you go through, but it's just some of those things that you have to deal with. Because once you're retired, like I said, you're now on a fixed income. I do videos on grocery hauls. I'm about ready to do one here in less than a week. I will be doing a grocery comparison at Kroger's, Walmart, Aldi, and a couple local stores that I have here that I shop that's been around for many, many years. So yeah, I'll be diving into those things and getting you some videos out for that. And then I'll also be doing some e-bike riding videos for you guys. I just had a crash less than a week ago. It sent me to the hospital. I have a hairline fracture in one of my ribs, and my left side is very sore. So let me tell you, bruised ribs is no joke. I'm 74 years old, and I should have known better to get out and ride in that snow and that slushy stuff on the trail. Even though I thought I had a fat tire bike, I'm good to go. But guys, let me tell you, riding a bike, getting exercise is really, really good. But if you don't watch yourself and take care of yourself, that can become a disaster really quickly and a trip to the emergency room. So lesson learned there. So let's talk about grocery prices. Do you see changes? I see some things going up still. Beef, meat still seems to be on the rise. Things like eggs and bread and those things seem to be coming down a little bit. Again, but you got to shop smarter. You have to shop more wisely. Instead of going to one grocery store and being loyal to that grocery store, go out to different grocery stores. And that's why I do these video with the comparisons on prices month to month. And we'll be doing our second one coming up, like I said, next week. I have one video down in the timeline that will show you what I found out on the first one. But yeah, that's one thing you got to think about. Then we talk about gas prices and fuel. That can get very expensive depending on where you live in the country. We're seeing gas right here in Southwest Ohio somewhere $2.70 to $3 a gallon still. But it seems to be moderating and not getting crazy expensive. But when you're on a fixed income, that becomes very important. Now, with that said, you're not driving to work unless you work from home. You're not driving to work, so you don't have the fuel expense there. Now, getting back into saving money on fuel, that's when I bought an e-bike, because it gets me around town. I can do grocery hauls on my e-bikes and e-trikes. That saves gas, registration, it saves licensing. You don't have any of that. All you gotta do is charge your battery and go. But that's one thing you can do. Take longer walks. If you can go walk to your grocery store, do that. Because a body in motion stays in motion, and a body at rest stays at rest. That's the truest statement I've ever heard. Now, I see a lot of seniors, even since I've retired 6 years ago, that once they retire, they just want to sit around. I have earned this. I have decided, oh, I'm going to do sit on my couch and eat ho-hos and potato chips. That's fine if you want to do that. But guys, I can tell you, I have been extremely active my entire life. I'm pretty healthy. I had a knee replacement back in October. That's coming along just great. And I stay busy on my e-bikes, things that I do outside, my gardening. I love my flowers and my perennials, so I do a lot of that. We'll be doing some videos on that as well. I think that'll help you guys decide where you need to plant perennials or annuals, where they do best. I've learned from past mistakes. So yeah, we'll be doing some videos on that as well. But we just got to be thinking about, what do we do when that retirement clock hits 12? Again, the older you get, as people that are my age or older, you know how fast time flies now. Time seems to go so much quicker now than it did 10 years ago. And that's just reality. So I try to make the best of my time with church activities, helping feed people that are on food insecurities, church outreaches that we do. These are some of the things that I do that really help me with my mental stability and staying active and helping others. So, you know, there's things that you can do once you retire. You just don't have to sit around and let life happen. You have to make it happen. You have to have purpose. That's the biggest thing. If you get anything out of this video, is purpose in life once you retire. Hopefully you can keep your health. Prescriptions are expensive. Even with Medicare, they're still out-of-pocket costs. Like, I just had a trip to the emergency room, and I'm sure I've got some I'm going to have to pay on that, even though I have Medicare. Those things just happen. But you got to remember, are you ready for a home expense that may pop up, a new roof, plumbing problems, whatever? Do you have an emergency fund? That is one of the most critical things that I can tell you folks that you need to really have, as an emergency fund. You have to have that set up to where you can go to that and not have to dip into your fixed income in order to pay for that expense or whatever it may be. You may have kids or grandkids you want to help. Now, if I was a younger parent, maybe you got to help through college. So some of the things you got to think about. But as a grandparent and as an older person that's retired, things change, certainly, but they also change for the better. I have noticed that since I've retired, I have no alarm clock unless I got a doctor's appointment, and you will have a few of those as well. But you have to stay active. You just have to stay, like I say, have a purpose-driven life, that to where you can just say, you know what? I worked hard on my life. I want to do what I want to do, but I don't want to have a boss tell me I have to do it. Fortunately, I was a business owner for many years, so I was that person. But I had a great career. I had 40 years in the pest control industry. Loved every minute of it. Turned the company over to my son, and my grandkids work for him now. So there's my legacy. But as I look back on my life, I have been blessed so abundantly. God has blessed me with my home that's paid for. I don't have any car payments. I don't have to worry about that. So if you can set yourself up and do it at an earlier age where you can start saving, do it in your 20s or 30s. Start saving. Get ready for retirement, because it'll be there before you know it. So again, I hope this video has helped a little bit. I'll be talking about different things throughout the year. I try to put out videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this channel. So yeah, look for some upcoming videos. And like I say, we'll be doing grocery haul comparisons, bike videos, we'll be riding, and then we'll just be talking about life by the lake. A little chilly right now to go up to my lake and sit at the gazebo and do these videos. But I will be doing that this spring and summer. So yeah, once you retire, don't let it just scare you. It's just a change is all it is. So yeah, let me any comments that you have down in the comment section, any questions you may have about my e-bike channels. I'll be happy to share my experiences. So yeah, Let's share, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you on the next one.